Okay, I'm patching together a video here. I don't know when. I thought I paused it and I didn't pause it and everything else. I fixed the IRR on the sub debt, and it was indeed because there was a problem with the cash flow sweep. That problem with the cash flow sweep did not show up in the balance sheet because it's just a sweep. The problem was that this minimum, when I changed my, negative to a positives, it's got to be the minimum of the opening balance minus the existing repayments. And if the payments are negative, you got to put it a plus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this minus and a plus. It's not, well, Ricardo is probably right. I should do it like that. I'm just not used to it. So it's not a problem with, I'm not sure. I'm going to abandon the positive number convention, maybe, even though I wrote it in the book. Okay. Now, if we press annual and quarterly, why don't we take these? Hmm, okay. I think we can. Let's copy this. I'm just thinking whether we should take it for the whole model or just selected things. Okay, so we'll make this. We'll just do it for the selected to illustrate how it could work. Okay, so the first thing to do is, unfortunately, oh yeah, and in this video, why don't we do the good thing, the important thing in this video first? The important thing is where, okay, we're going to make a data table, and in our data table, we put the, I think we might have to do it in all the way back in this file. Okay, let's make a data table and let's make the margin go from, how about, we'll have a positive case, a top line, yeah, let's make it go from 60%, and maybe that's, no, how about 65%? Let's just make it increase by 1%. Okay, now what's 1%? I just want to get this over with so badly right now. And then yeah, let's go down a little bit. Okay, now once we have this, let's put in a IRR on the, first we'll put the IRR on the equity, and go up here, and this is going to be a one-way data table. And then the sub-debt, we'll put the IRR in next. And this is what I talked about a little in the class, so you can switch this video off after you've done with this one, because the rest will be just kind of match index bullshit. Sub-debt, and then we put the senior. Okay, and then we put an equal sign, and you go to the senior debt and find the IRR. And this is going to be just a one-way data table. I think you can press Shift Control Enter. Nope, you can't, because I have the stupid scan snap or something. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Okay, Shift Control down. I don't know what I just did. Alt D T. Okay, and then for the row input, that's nothing. The column input is our um, margin. Now, I'm not even going to bother checking this, but this can be, it doesn't have to be a direct input, but it has to be from this sheet. And then you put this, Shift Control P, okay, and then we'll do a, now I can't press F9 because I've got my thing going, my video going, so I have to go to this calculate sheet thing. And Good. Well, it's not so bad. We can see here just what it takes until this is false. Now, I want this to be the x-axis. This is not a perfect way. The other goddamn problem with these data tables is you can't make easy graphs out of them. So I press Shift alternate right arrow. I'm going to press Shift Control down. Let's press alternate F1 instead of F11. Okay, so this is the IRR in for different things. And I don't know, it's almost, the interesting part is right here where you start to get trade-offs, okay? Uh, but I'm gonna leave this, and this is our IRR break-even chart, okay? And perhaps this time I'm gonna leave it here and just copy it, and we can go to our LBO summary sheet, okay? And hopefully there are probably a couple other problems with this file, but maybe we don't like the bars and we'd rather have a line. Oh, so maybe let's try this as a line chart. Okay. I don't know, the line doesn't kind of look good. I like the bars better because the line, oh well. You can see the IRR is so low. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put a. If this gets so big, let's put the maximum as to, you know, 0.35, and let's put the minimum as to minus 0.1. Okay, so it kind of caps it, and then it looks a little like an option, and the equity is not like it's like yes, it's like an option. It's like a call option, right? You get more when it does better, you get worse when it does worse. But if we put the synergies in, then what we'd have to do, of course, whenever we do this, I'd have to go to formulas and press calculate now, and we can see what kind of break even you have with different synergies. You could do it with different. Now, if we let's put more senior debt in here. I know you don't like maybe to put that much senior debt in. And then you can see, well, what's the break even point happening to the senior debt. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm pausing it again. Oh, God. No, I'm not pausing it. It's just because I put so much senior debt in, we had no equity. We can put a higher, you know, purchase price in, okay, and then higher senior debt. That wasn't that bad. I got too nervous right away. And you could even, just like we did, we could use a match index lookup or something and compute the break even, show what the break even margin is and how the break even margin changes when we change the capital structure and all that. And that's really this is really some credit analysis, I think. Well, and that's what it is. Okay, and I think, well, I don't know if the IRR really should be down here. I don't know if it really should be up there. Okay, we're so close to be finished with this file now. The only other thing I'm going to do, I hope it doesn't break. God, if this breaks, I'll kill it. Shoot, I would really go nuts then we're going to do this thing where it's just a review where we put these annual numbers in. So we'll put the quarterly numbers in first and then the annual numbers. Okay, that's kind of what we do. And you remember we kind of establish a counter that skips. Counter that skips. Okay, and we say, well, let's start with 0. Okay, and we say if this year doesn't equal the last year, then we take this number and add 2 to it, other we add 1. And the reason we add 2 to it when it skips, do I have to put 1 here? Nope. Oh, God. Then we, no, I'm supposed to add, otherwise we add 1 to it. Where did I not add the 1? Okay. So we have this little counter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then we keep counting, okay? And then we go to this one, and we put a counter here, and this counter will be 5, and then we just keep adding 5 to this. I just know that because we've done it before. I wouldn't know it otherwise. So we up here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we have our 15s here. And then what we do in the final one, this one, let's copy all. Hopefully now I'll just, oh God, I'm going to do it with a P&L first because, I deleted those lines. That means I'd have to redo this. So let's put our date and let's put the start. Okay, and we put a little end, and I'm going to take the start from our quarterly model. Okay, and then Shift Control 3, and and then let's start with a counter, a simple counter. Now we start this. We'll make this one 1. How about 0? And we'll add 1. Now we're going to need a whole bunch more lines for this. Okay, we'll put it all over here. Okay, so we'll get, let's even make a couple more. Okay, you remember. So now we're going to use kind of an index to pull this across. I think the easy part is, oh shit, God damn it. Why is that not working? I can't upload the videos anymore. Damn it. Okay. Shit. Just everything's break. Okay, I'm gonna finish this anyway. It's not that bad a problem, I don't think, but why the hell is that just breaking all the time? I can't seem to upload them anymore. Okay, so where was I? So if we do this, we'll put now, not anymore the SUMIF anymore, we'll put equal index. I know what we need. We need to know if this is a year. Okay, so we put equal EO month, and we go to this and put comma 2. Shift Control 3. Whoops. Yes. Shift. Why didn't that? Oh, damn it! I'm really upset about that thing breaking now. Can I ever upload a video again? Oh no. Okay. So we put. How about this? Equal. If the year. I'm doing this. Every single time I'm doing it differently. If this year, No, we gotta just a minute because we could start in the middle. Okay, and it has to be. In this case, it really has to be one that's a quarter ending. So I'm gonna leave that anyway. Um, let's do it like this. Year, and we just put equal mod. That's a good one. This comma 5 equals 0. I think that's Shift Control R. So that just gives us a true in each 5. Okay. So if this is true, whoops. If this is true, then it's not this one. We're going to take yeah, we can put this. If this is true, then no. Sorry about that. Just going on and on. Just add one. Okay. If this is true, that's all you have to do for that. Then just take the same date as the end date. I actually put -1. Otherwise, we'll use the EO month. And I think we should even be further, comma 2. Let's do it this way. Shift Control 3. Come on. If this is true, then let's just take the end date. Otherwise, let's add a day to it. And let's see what happens. So when we get to the true, oh, we don't have to subtract that one then. Yeah, right. Whoops, this one. I can copy the... come on. I can't type anymore. I'm so upset about that thing not working. I've got to try, maybe I've got to try a tiny little test video. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we don't take away one, we just leave it. Okay, so whenever we have a little true here, we have the same thing. And then we go down here and we put equal index. If it's true, then we put index, and we take, I think that's going to be okay. We take our annual EBITDA. I don't need to lock that. And then we go back to the annual and quarterly and press the 1. Otherwise, yes. Did I press the 1? Yeah. And press F4, a couple of times just to get it. Okay. Otherwise, take the index of the LBO model, which is quarterly, and go get the EBITDA down there. Let's get the whole thing and get the counter code. And press F4 a couple times now. I think I'm okay. Okay, don't worry. Don't. Well, that was very confident doing it, assuming we could copy it. And of course, we have the counter, and then we need the column number. So we need a match here. So if this is true, then we match. We're getting close. We match this one to the annual counter. And otherwise we match, not market PE. We match this one to the counter. Where is our counter here? our special counter that skips. Remember that? Okay, that was the thing. Shift Control R. Okay, and I was way too confident on the last one, but we just have to change this 3 to a 4, and now it's going to be one of those, a second kind of way to do one of those, what do you call it? So, whoops. How about I guess I'll, God, there's, I got to make a macro that saves the underline somehow. What a time wasting thing. Shift, no, just, Shift Control R, fine. Okay, and then I think what we have is a sum all of the time here. This time we had no synergies and we sum it. Now you can use the sum if and all this. You can, that's just a matter of putting it in the annual sheet, not in this sheet. And then we'll do the same thing with the cash flow, but it'll just be a matter of taking this same index and testing whether it's kind of an end of the year or not end of the year. So that's enough, and I'm going to copy this and put it on your thing, okay? And then we after we put it on after we put it on your thing, then we're going to put the videos there. I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm so upset that the video didn't work. Okay, so this is a final video.